Pick, but they make the best of it anyway. So both the teams are obviously showcasing their prime skills right now, and let's see how it works out.
I mean, what I like a lot about Prime and ND is just looking at the bit. You have a lot of single target stuns in the team fight in the form of Shadow Shaman, Bat Rider. Really good if you want to punish gankers such as Monkey King and Pudge. So even though it is a textbook opening, it actually does counter the style of Team Cancer is going through, because you also have that zero cast point stun in the form of a Hex, a really long stun in the form of Lasso and Shackles, and now you combine an Earth Spirit for some longer team fight combos, in addition to very strong laners. You have a very good auto-attacking Shadow Shaman, a Bat Rider that can dominate the lane easily, and Earth Spirit to secure your mid lane. Very safe, very simple, but very effective. Whereas Team Cancer now picking up the Silencer to try to win some of those team fights. Position 5 or position 2 Silencer?
I am guessing it's going to be a position 5, no doubt, because even if you pick a position 2 Silencer, there's just a lot of disables to, keep him in the battlefield, and then you would have to initiate with a global, but you don't really have that kind of a setup. I mean, Pudge could hook you one opponent, but I don't see a lot of strong disables coming in on Cancer. Maybe they're reserving their last 2 picks for it, but that is definitely going to be a position 5 Silencer. Otherwise, there's no way they could, actually come through with this job.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. I mean, it works nicely against what they have. The Global Silence is enough of a spell to just use him for that. And of course, if you do get a couple kills, the Pudge does not need that many items. It's position 4. They both actually scale very well to the late game, as they both get the Flesh Heaps and the Intelligence. You can maybe make the Silencer kind of a same position 4 with an eventual 4-staff and Rod of Athos. It works pretty well for them. I wonder what the Prime and D will do now as their carry. Perhaps something with... I mean, honestly, here, Lifestealer looks pretty decently. Don't know if that's going to be the case, but it looks really good with the Prime and D's draft. Counters Pudge easily, not too weak against Monkey King. To be a Sven instead. Alright, even better against Silencer. A bit weak against Pudge, but pretty good against the Silencer and the Monkey King.
Prime have been known to, be really efficient with their stacks, and they play on time. So the Sven is, definitely going to have his 4 items up by the 15-minute mark, and if you get a few kills with it, I'm betting on 10. So he's going to be really fat, and I don't think Pudge or Silencer is going to be a threat to the Sven in any way. And the Monkey King really has to watch out, because Sven will gain a lot of bonus armor, so his instances to burst him down will be actually in vain. So that's why I think they went for the Lifestealer pick to counter the strength hero. That's what naturally any team would do.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but that is a bit of a misconception, because Lifestealer does not particularly counter Sven with his extra armor. The fact that Sven deals a lot of burst damage, which Lifestealer does not do well against, and Sven does not really care that you're raged up. You can't kite the Sven, which is what you have to do. So it's one of those easy pitfalls, because it's not only the Sven you're fighting against, you're also fighting against a Bat Rider, a pretty good hero against this Lifestealer, considering Team Cancer has no dispels right now, no Legion Commander, no Oracle, nothing of the sort, and not many possibilities to go for them unless they go Legion Commander offlane specifically. So I do wonder what Cancer is planning to go here to enable this Lifestealer. Perhaps maybe a Monkey King offlane, Puck mid lane, so you can go for these, those bombs, so you can have a bit more presence. Maybe a Queen of Pain as well. It's also pretty good against Sven, so you can kind of be easier. And it's not so vulnerable, can help you against the Bat Rider if you can kill him soon.
5 seconds remaining.
What else could Cancer pick up here?
I think the last pick, they're going to actually take out all of their time, because they really need to come up with a really good disable. at this point. And with a Monkey King and a Lifestealer, you need someone to really make sure that you're in that area where Monkey King casts his ultimate, so that you can actually deal at least some amount of damage. Because as of now, they are only looking like an explosive pick-off draft. The Lifestealer will infest the Monkey King obviously, and he'll be jumping from tree to tree, possibly trying to pick off heroes like Sven when they are alone. But I think Prime has it all set up, because the Earth Spirit has global presence. I have seen them in previous games, and like almost all the times Prime have had awesome backup and reinforcements arrive at the right moment when they were about to get ganked, and they have turned the fights around. So the final pick will be the most crucial one for Team Cancer.
Yep. Like you mentioned, a strong disable would be fantastic, as they are really lacking that, a lot of single target. They might want to have some team fight as well. Only having Monkey King and Silencer is not particularly the best team fight. You're missing something a lot Earthshaker or Puck to really ensure you that. I guess, what other things could do? You really need to enable this Lifestealer somehow. Maybe something that can give you a bit of pushing power, like DK, for example, would not be too weak. Or Death Prophet. Oh, okay.
I don't know the lane setup anymore. Can you predict that?
I'm assuming it's Monkey King. Make it Monkey King position 5. Nyx off lane. Lifestealer mid, or carry Silencer mid. I don't like Silencer mid like you mentioned earlier, but maybe I can't see anything else going mid unless it's Monkey King mid.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. This is really This is like the crazy things you were talking about, right? What are they going for? Who's the support? I don't know.
They did get away with it actually all this while, and I was actually surprised that they managed to pull it off. Pudge was going all crazy in the mid lane, getting those early hooks like crazy with that smoke on, and that was really amazing to watch.
We'll see what Prime and D does to answer this. They're taking their whole time, because like, okay, what is this? They're gonna end up picking up a Troll Warlord for that mid lane. Very clever. If you're up against Silencer, you win the lane. If you're up against Putch, you win the lane. And if you're up against Monkey King, you win the lane. The 3 possible mid laners, assuming they're not going for something insane. He's also really good against Lifestealer, and is not too weak against the Nyx Assassin. Goes great with your teams. Troll and Sven is actually a really good combination. High armor, great tower pushing, what you needed in your team. Honestly, the Prime and D has had such a good draft. Their draft is solid on all corners, counters the enemy team, and sets themselves up. But Team Cancer still has that element of surprise.
And also it makes me wonder that, if you look at any aspect of the game, let's talk about early game for instances. You have the Troll Warlord. If that's going to be mid against a Monkey King or Silencer, just as you said, he's going to dominate the lane anyway. So they have quite good stopping potential early game. You have the Shaman and Batrider who are going to help you with the insane pushes. You have Sven to actually, scoop up all that space and farm your Ancients and neutral camps. So he'll be strong late game. So in all aspects of the game, Prime look really balanced. And Team Cancer, they cannot scale well late into the game as well, because even though you have a 5-6 slotted carry, you don't have a disable to hold them in place, which the Shaman, Earth Spirit, and the Batrider are absolutely going to be doing to make sure that the Sven and Troll Warlord actually bash the hell out of their enemies. I'm sorry for that language, but that's what is going to happen. So unless the Nyx Assassin is going to have an Aghanim's and Blink Dagger in 15 minutes, I don't see anywhere else this is heading.
Agreed. They need to get some super early game domination, take huge advantage of this Pudge, huge advantage of this Monkey King in the early game, try to get that Jingle Master to be super effective, and punish every single mistake that the Prime and D does in the early game to kind of snowball like crazy with these heroes. But, is that possible against an experienced team like the Prime and D coming straight from Indonesia to dominate the Indians? We'll see.
If you look at it, they started with the chat wheel spam. That is something you never miss out on these matches. That's the most entertaining element.
That's part of it. What's competitive Dota without chat wheel spam and complete, insults to each other in the early game and pauses, of course. Well, at least we're actually starting it. We get the GLHF from our caster, and we're gonna get the warding started by the Prime and D. So it's gonna be Silencer position 5 as we thought. Who's mid? Is it Pudge mid like you said earlier? Yep.
Is it? No, he's gone for a brown boots. How can you mid with a brown boots? That's not possible.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's my bad. I went too crazy there. You're right. So
he could be mid, but I don't if you're taking a brown boots and going mid. That's not the best lane you're gonna.
Yeah. See, he's gonna be the roamer. You're 100% right. It's gonna be the Monkey King who's gonna be midding, like we sort of predicted. We said that he was the most likely mid hero. However, that Troll Warlord pick is fantastic.
It's not Monkey King. It's a courier.
Yeah, it's true. Sorry, he's turning himself into a lamb. You know, surprise attack. You never know where he's gonna come from.
30
Level 1
seconds
Jingle
to
Mastery
battle.
for that level 1 engagement. We already see Earth Spirit. Oh, nope, nope. Don't want to go up there. Sees that Silencer. I wonder if Silencer will stay mid here to help the Monkey King ensure that he can win the lane. Maybe.
Yeah, they could play that out, but I don't see that possibly working out for them because we have a Troll wall out mid. In any cases, Troll is gonna secure his farm with his ranged access from a distance. So unless the Monkey King really goes
The
out
battle
crazy with his
begins.
boundless strike and Troll is overextending into the enemy tower, I don't see any way they could get this kill with the silencer.
Truly. And the Silencer is good at harassing, but you take away one of his most important tools in the forms of Blaze of Wisdom, because like you mentioned, we will see the Silencer, well, I mean, the Troll has a good amount of range. And the Earth Spirit might have a bit more trouble ganking this Monkey King, but once you get a couple of levels, it's not becoming that hard. Now, bottom lane, Barbie. They're receiving a lot of damage trying to do a creep skip, but gonna get punished for this. Maybe Firefly allowing him to fly over the cliff. The creeps are joining him. He wants to get them back home, but the Piper might not be so lucky. Those creeps still following him through, and Barbie starts to heal back up. The hook comes in, evades it completely. OPA cannot body block the creeps enough. Barbie will make it back to his shrine safely, and that's a whole lane of experience for him. That's really nice. A whole wave of experience.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty proud of himself. He actually lost a salve in that skirmish.
You reckon it's worth it, no? Because salve was 120 gold. You got, what, 200 gold more or less for this creep wave? That's pretty good. That's a net gain of 90 gold, man. It's mathematics, you know? Pure calculus.
But then again, you have to go back to the same lane where a Pudge will be waiting for you with a hook. And the moment you get hooked, the Lifestealer and Silencer are going to pounce on you as if they have not eaten for 10 days.
Yeah, it's true. And on top of that, the Arcane Curse is one of the best spells to use against... Oh, actually, top lane, Shackles finds Nyx Assassin. They want to squash him down. Do they have enough damage? They body block him. The body block misses, and he's going to be perfectly fine. All right, just a bit of harassment there. Not enough damage just yet, but we already see the Prime and D's attacking potential here. And all the lanes actually doing pretty well. Mid lane now, going on to Sarab. Poor guy is stuck. Only Jingle Mastery. How do you jump into a tree if you don't have that skilled up? Those axes start to hit. Sarab, you might be able to get away. And again, they don't commit to this. It's just afraid of something else coming their way. All right.
That's your typical Prime. They did not overextend. They did not. If they went for that kill, it didn't work out. They backed off. Probably wait for another opportunity. If it was Team Cancer, yeah, they would have had 3 rotations up mid, and they would have made sure they at least got 2 kills, no matter if even if their team loses 3 heroes. So that's the teams for you.
I mean, the Prime and D knowing exactly what they're doing. Maybe, I guess here that's also partially the Pudge effect. You don't know where it is in the map. He can always hook you and put you in a really bad position. You want to make sure that you don't overextend, especially against someone like him. Even though Troll is a pretty good tower diver due to his natural armor when in melee form. Meanwhile, Earthspray will steal that rune and try again a second time, probably from behind against this monkey. Oh, that courier, by the way. Oh, that's the special TI courier. The Prime and D are definitely going to win this match. Pay to win, boys. Well.
So, there we go. If we talk about the last hits at this point, Troll is clearly leading with 15, and Monkey King is actually struggling with 4, especially after that gank. He lost a whole creep wave to the tower. So, there's that. And he really needs to, if you want to actually dominate mid-game, Monkey King needs at least his core items up. And with that, there's a rotation from the Pudge. I think they're cooking something up at mid lane, both of the teams.
Yeah, the hook, well, there's the cooking. It burned out. Turns out they can't get their cake out, and that hook missed entirely. However, in the top lane, with the help of the creep, he's very close to getting that kill into Shadow Shaman. However, diving the tower, a bit dangerous against a Shadow Shaman. Easy punish. So no kills just yet, even though Cancer is trying to do so. However, this is beneficial to the Prime and D, who is more happy to get one of those safer early games, taking advantage of their better late game potential. And the top lane now, they try to get their own kill. Stormhammer does hit, even though the Rolling Boulder misses. Nyx Assassin now being body blocked slightly. Great by Carpus, evades the shackles. Boulder Smash still hits. He tries to go back. The Impale misses everyone. And no, the poor Nyx might just lose his life. 16 HP left. They cut down the trees, but they can't fight. There it is. And indeed, get that kill with Shadow Shaman's last attack. Now the Silencer in harm's way. He's been stunned out. 2 more seconds. And they need a Boulder Smash up in 3 seconds. Actually, you don't even need it. They have enough damage with the body block anyway. That's going to be 2 kills for the Indonesian team.
That was quite a valuable fight, I would say. And I think Nyx was very well, like very much behind enemy lines, and he overextended and he got punished for it. And that's my question to you exactly.
Bottom lane, they're actually going on to Thanos. He does a hook. He actually denies himself, but we see a Lifestealer now fighting. No, that's gonna be it. Just a small denial against the Pudge. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's right. So that's the spirit of these teams. Team Cancer is all over the map almost immediately, and even if it means that they are losing heroes, that doesn't matter. They are already planning up their next camps. As of top lane, what we saw is the Nyx off lane is a bit troublesome, and you have to actually take the risk of extending behind enemy lines if you want to guarantee some farm or experience for yourself. And Prime is completely taking advantage of it. It's like milking the cow. If you want experience, you come and risk getting ganked by us. And you have a Shadow Shaman, so that's the worst lane you can come up against, because the Shadow Shaman is always capitalizing on getting that kill for you or your carry.
Bad for you.
That's actually a very good point. Nyx is a hero that does rely or tries to dominate the lane, but against a Sven Shadow Shaman, that's near impossible. But what do? You don't have the option to go jungle, so you have to do something there. And in the end, it's just going to be a lot of deaths for them. However, in the mid lane, we are going to see two people ganking at the same time. Rolling Boulder first, the Monkey King the same first objective. Thanos does join in. Monkey King, can he survive this? Probably not. He's being hit too much, and that's going to be a dead Monkey King. Thanos, the next objective. He needs to deny himself. He will not be able to do so as the last axe flies and hits him right in the back, getting the second kill for that engagement. That's 0-4 in favor of the Prime and MD. And that's perfect. Thank you, Thanos. Oh. You see bottom lane as well. Barbie, he's playing quite aggressively, and they're not really punishing him. Look at this go. You think Barbie's doing the... Oh, wait. As the top lane, we see Nyx dying himself, and stunned out, destroyed. Squash the bug, kill him off. As Bad Rider, they tried to do the same thing, but how do you body block that, which is flying? You just can't. Barbie will just get away. So, let's notice a bit the difference between the two offlaners, right? Nyx Assassin constantly being destroyed, whereas the Bad Rider is not. As in the mid lane, oh, Panda actually finding Sarab, constant action, and Monkey King tries to put a tree down, but can't do anything with it, just dies anyway.
They're getting absolutely crushed, and I think they're trying desperately to make a comeback. But I don't think there's much they can do at this point. As you said, the Bat Rider is actually crushing his lane, and he will be doing good unless you have a lockdown to keep him in place. The last time I saw, they countered Bat Rider with, they sent, when the Bat Rider was off lane, they sent a Slark alone, and they played an aggressive off lane, aggressive tri lane, and the Slark was actually killing the Bat Rider. He was just baiting his, Firefly, and then when he came into the lane again without a Firefly, he was just on him and taking that kill with ease.
And in the top lane, we see another kill onto the Nyx Assassins. They've always been taken. Ruse mine. Now the Rolling Boulder. In comes the Earth Spirit. Boulder Smash to squash the bug. And OPA now being followed through. No overextension, much like Zach was saying. Oh, drops the item. Oh, no, okay. That was not. That was for the Tranquil Boots. I thought that was BM for a second. It was not. Good stuff.
All the lanes are getting really crushed right now, and I'm looking at some miracle for Cancer. They need a gank. They need Prime to actually commit a mistake which they can capitalize on. Or at this point, they need to, put 3 men in some lane and actually pick off kills with that Pudge as your advantage to get that surprise hooks off.
I agree. That's gonna be like I mean, can you really, even if you get the hooks off though at this point when you're level 3 Pudge, do you think you have the damage to actually capitalize? Oh wait, as they kill the Monkey King, quick, there it is, dead Monkey King. So do you think even though they get the hooks with the domination we see by the Prime and ND, do you think they're gonna matter at all? I mean, it's only level 2 hook. What are you supposed to do after that? You have no disables like you mentioned in the draft.
Exactly, and at this point, it's kind of at least going to be threatening, and they will try to escape. But after some point, if Pudge doesn't get a good flesh heap stacks, or he doesn't, manage to get good levels, or he misses another one there at mid, he will be absolutely useless, and then his hooks will tickle. So that's why I think Thanos is trying desperately to get kills. And that's what Cancer needs at this point, because all of the heroes, if you see, are almost kill dependent. There's Monkey King, who's completely item and XP level dependent. But then again, which hero isn't? But you never see a level 12 Monkey King come back against a level 18. Meanwhile, bottom lane.
Oh, there's in the bottom lane actually an engagement. Silenced up Silencer is also going to go down. The Prime ND, just one more hit, goes to the Shrine, might be able to activate it. It's going to bait it out, and this time the Monkey King comes in, wants to join the fray. The Troll Warlord, though, is ready for this attack. The Balance Strike misses the Earth Spirit entirely, and now Sarab is being chased down by an angry Troll Warlord, gets to the Shrine, Boulder Smash to push him away. They might be able to get the kill. He tries to go to the Shrine, but he activated in time, and Panda is fighting best he can. Might not be so lucky. He's going to go down. This time an overextension was the case for the Prime and D, and Cancer was there to punish it.
That was extremely well played by Cancer, and Monkey King actually kept on fighting. He was adamant to get those Jingu mastery strikes off. He needed to reach 4 anyway, and at one point of time, the Shrine was regenerating his health in almost 2 digits, and Troll didn't want to give up as well because his fervor was stacking up.
Oh, in the top lane, they started the initiation against the Sven. Yep, as you mentioned, they're fighting for the tower. They hex up the Nyx. Thanos, though, still coming into the skill. Yep, they're not gonna walk away. That was an almost denial. Fantastic hex using that 0 cast point to get that tower hit. It's still domination by the Prime and D. Like you said, good kills that the Cancer got, but still not enough to get the game in their favor.
They are very composed. That's what I like about Prime. They don't know this fight.
Careful, Monkey being lassoed up. The rolling boulder finds him. Monkey being taken away, and with a boulder smash, they'll ensure another kill in favor of the Prime and D.
They are actually very composed, and they plan out everything. The Earth Spirit is always there on point to bring in that rolling boulder, and there's never at any point, that you've actually miscalculated that, gang. As for Cancer, I like their playstyle. It is quite aggressive, and they do miss out on a lot of opportunities. But that's what the best thing about them is because, they're risk takers, and sometimes they do come out on top with their risks, as they have actually reached the grand finals. So it is not only surprising, it is actually very rewarding as well.
Do you think that they need to change up their risk-taking style in this game, where they're losing by a bit, or is it still going to come out on top if they keep on trying? As I say, there's actually Barbie in the bottom lane is being chased down. The last word triggers, silenced up, destroyed. Another kill in favor of Cancer this time. As R7 tries to kill the Lifestealer, he's in a creep. This time a siege creep. Will he come out? The Shackles finds the silencer instead. They have a boulder smash. They're able to stun him out, and that Troll Warlord joins the fray. OPA will definitely go down. The catapult though, the Lifestealer's inside of it. Can they kill him as he comes out? Probably not.
It's just a card. It's not a Lifestealer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't touch it, man. Look at it. Does it look like a Lifestealer to you? Oh! Run away! Run away, little Lifestealer! He's trying his best. The boulder smash finds the punch. Oh, the Lifestealer will make it out. However, Earthspin might not be so lucky. They start attacking him. Lifestealer comes out of the catapult. Surprise! The Impale onto 3. They grab the Shadow Shaman first, and then R7 afterwards. Panda is fighting against 4. He kills the punch. Well, what can he do but die alone? It's gonna be Cancer coming back with a great catapult antique.
The best part about this one was when he dominated that creep, he actually turned back and, hurled a stone at Troll Warlord.
For a second. Extra attack damage, man. Catapults hit hard.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And with this, they have actually come back. See, they have earned a respectable, foothold in the game, although they have lost both the tier 1s for top end as well as mid lane. So at this point, look at that Monkey King. This is just hilarious.
Oh, the TP. That's about as much gold as he has right now, so I think it's fair to say. No, but I mean, he's just kind of playing around right now. They know they have a bit of time because it is getting close to nighttime. This means it's beneficial for them as they have the superiority in vision, and in they go. It's just Lifestealer walking in, go onto the Shadow Shaman. Global Silence comes out. They have no shackles. Shadow Shaman might die first. That's the first kill for the guys at Team Cancer. Now following R7, he tries to TP away. Can they cancel it somehow? Yes, the Balance Strike is there, and the Earth Spirit will go down. 2 supports for the price of none. Cancer coming back into this game.
All 5 Cancer heroes immediately came out bottom, and they did commit well to that. That Global Silence was quite on point, and to break down this fight, I would say that was the real MVP because they secured that first kill thanks to the Global Silence. And it was not much, it was the Shaman anyway, but then they got that kill, and then they took care of the Earth Spirit, who was getting quite annoying with all that rolling boulder. I think Monkey King was the most satisfied player after taking that Earth Spirit kill.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, that Monkey King came in. He had barely any gold, like you said. He gets an easy 300 gold. He's not the best farmer, and he gets 2 kills on the annoying supports that can find him while he's farming as well. It's ideal for him. Lifestealer as well. I mean, he takes advantage of this, and now trying to do the same thing against Rusman in the top lane. As the open wounds and Nyx Assassin comes running, but Rusman with that war cry a bit too quick. The Massive Menace as well. They're going to let him go.
13 minutes and he's already has his Yasha, and he has his Sanjay Yasha. 13 minutes, so that's quite huge.
Wait, rolling boulder. They turn him into a chicken. Beautiful boulder smash. Now the yo-yo of death catches the punch. He's been silenced, but that's not the objective. Gonna shackle down the silence. They sure they can kill him. The hook comes a bit too late. They might kill the Shadow Shaman in return though, and that's gonna be support for support. However, Silencer gets no intelligence off that, but Pudge does get an extra flesh heap stack.
Pudge is happy, getting happy as well. Now he's finally getting the promised deal, you know. He's getting his flesh stacks so that he can actually become tanky later into the game. And after some point of time, I guess Pudge will be nothing more than, you know, a support pick-off. He doesn't want the Shaman, or they're going for that Rosh actually, which is quite good and surprising at the same moment. Let's see if Team Cancer gets wind of it.
My choppers are faster than ever.
Well, it doesn't seem like they know what's happening right now. Roshan is being taken by the Sven, hits pretty hard. Also got the Sanjay and Yasha for some extra team fighting ability. And that's going to be a Shackles find Nyx Assassin surprise sentry. Goodbye, Nyx Assassin. He didn't even know they were Roshan. He was just passing by. Poor little bug.
That's what I was about to say. He was just passing by, looking for a juicy Shadow Shaman to pick off, and he got picked off instead.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I mean, as soon as the Roshan call came out, and it's like, oh, H has been taken. He's like, oh no, I'm gonna die. And then Panda being selected as target of aggression. He does use his ultimate, tries to get Kaneki. He does what the Aegis does. They should be able to fight this. He's gonna go down first. That's an Aegis loss completely without any counter kill for now. Where's the Prime and ND? Where's the help? As he stayed there a long time, the Shadow Blade being committed there, but a bit too late. Maybe NFR, maybe the next target. They hook him up. He's already dead. Global Silence so they can fight here, but Oba might not be so lucky as he loses his life. Now Thanos tries to stick the Earth Spirit down to the ground. He's gonna end up losing his life as well. They want to kill the Monkey King as third. They stun him out, take him out of the tree. Now the lasso, they destroy him. R7, the next target. Border Smash to stop the Nyx Assassin from attacking him, and he preserves the urn healing on top of getting that killed. Wow, what a play by the Prime and ND. They do lose an Aegis, but in exchange for 4, definitely worth it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That fight would have been in the favor of Team Cancer. I think they couldn't follow through. That initiation was quite perfect. They took out that Aegis without a flaw, and I think honestly Troll wasn't expecting it because he was, you know, quite freely farming, even though Shaman was quite behind him. And poor Shaman got half of his HP out in a jiffy, just as, you know, Monkey King's used his boundless strike. So Shadow Shaman isn't the happiest person here. He doesn't want to be get caught out by the Monkey King or the Lifestealer here. And if you look at the Lifestealer, he does have quite a decent amount of farm. He's going to complete his Desolator soon enough, and that's 16 minutes, considering the fact that the Bat Rider actually dominated the lane. So that is very well played for the Lifestealer.
Radiant's bottom tower
I mean, the Lifestealer did a pretty good job in the beginning, but of course, it's just, I think at this point, when you have such a net worth lead, and like you mentioned in the draft, you know, you have a Troll Warlord and a Sven against you, they do have much more late game potential. You let them have more items than your carries. What are you supposed to do? And the answer is gank, right? Try to get a smoke gank like they're doing right now. Good play. Will it be successful? Let's see, as Barbie, walks right into the Nyx Assassin, double impale, the hook as well. Goodbye, Shadow Shaman, first dead, and Barbie will follow through as well. Last word will trigger as they give a bit more intelligence to that Silencer. 18, this guy just graduated from high school. He's quite happy, intelligent Silencer. As Pudge himself, 7 Flesh Heap stacks, not bad.
Dire's top tower is
Meanwhile, if you look at Monkey King, he's just jumping around from one tree to another. And,
guys, what am I supposed to do right now? You guys are getting kills. I'm just hello. Back to the tree.
Look at
Boulder Smash will find him. They know where he is. No, the rolling boulder finds him first. Monkey King, jump around, not being found. And there's the TP. They can't stop it in time. Oh yes, they can. What a good play there by the Earthspade, waiting for that cooldown off. And Sarab will be going down thanks to the Prime and ND. Nice. I like that. Geomagnetic grip just to destroy the tree.
So.
Hi, Kaneki. Nice to see you, man. Thank you for saying hi to us.
With that, I think Cancer's best forte right now would be to group up and get as many kills as possible, because they are really good at picking heroes off. And if you look at the sync, when Nyx Assassin impaled 2 heroes out there in the bottom lane, Pudge actually managed to get the Shaman hook almost instantly. And that's what they need to do, a global into a fast pick off for a Troll or a Earth Spirit maybe, and then move on to, you know, juicier carries while they are busy retreating.
Has fallen.
Indeed, like try to get those pickoffs early, and then maybe take an objective or a carry, like you said, but not losing your Monkey King in the process, right? That's the issue there. The Monkey King needs to participate in these 5-man ganks to try to get the kill and take advantage of the Pudge after all, because he does have a hook. We'll see how this goes up as the smoke is up for these guys, the Prime and ND, and they're trying to get more. Sarab, maybe the objective. Nope, they can't find him yet. However, they want to keep pushing. There's no reason not to. They have the advantage Anyway, with 10k lead, Thanos finds the hook on the Batrider. There's a global silence as well. Balance strike misses everyone, and Sarab now fighting against Sven, who's mad and with steroids on. Sarab, how is he gonna go down? Yeah, there it is. 4 kill hits, and he's down. As the Earth Spirit falls together with a punch. Now Stormwaller versus Lifestealer seems like he's winning that fight. Sven comes from behind, Stormhammer to finish him off. Now Thanos TP's in. But what is he gonna accomplish? Absolutely nothing as they follow the Nyx assassin. The hook actually finds the Shadow Shaman. Sven leaves him to die, but he does get the kill as a result. The punch will finish off the Shadow Shaman in exchange for all of his friends' lives and of course his own earlier. Now it's time for them to take a tower. The GG is called as the guys from Team Cancer give up against the Prime and D and lose the first game 20 minutes in.
This man actually got a rampage.
Yeah, just why not? Casually, yeah.
The bot just walked in and he hooked Batrider on point blank. I think they could have improvised on that. Other than that, the draft was a bit risky, but nevertheless, we both enjoyed, and I'm pretty sure our audience enjoyed as well.
I agree, man. It was a good match up until then. You can see the difference in experience, but Team Cancer with a lot of potential. Still showing off their explosive lineup, tried their best. They got 15 kills out of it. The Prime and D, just taking the lead this game. Let's see if they can do the same that second game. Final game of the league. My name has been the Swordfish, here with Zach7, and we'll come back soon with game number 2 of this beautiful series. See you guys then. Tournaments where they will compete against the rest of the invited teams from these qualifiers. and make their country proud. The two finalists we have in front of us are the Prime NND and Team Cancer, and the Indonesian team from Greater Jakarta. The Prime NND win the first game of this series, ensuring themselves a step closer to the LAN tournament that they are willing to go to. Let's see if the Prime NND can do the same for a second game and make it a 2-0, or if Team Cancer can surprise us with their explosive lineup and try to get that win off the Prime NND, thus getting their back off the wall and ensuring they're in the captain's position once again. Of course, we are here in this amazing stream with my name being the Swordfish, your caster, last-minute caster for today, joining your regular caster by the name of Zach7. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing very well, Swordfish, and how are you this evening?
Very well, very well. Thank you for asking. How did you see that first game, Zach? Did you like it? Did you think Team Cancer could have done things differently?
I do indeed. And with the same note, I would like to go ahead about what Team Cancer's strategy would be this time, because instantly they have picked Jakiro, which is obviously the least favorite hero in pubs, because if you pick a Jakiro, you're tryharding.
Yep. I mean, is that really? Is that what SCA is like? Jakiro's tryhard? Oh my god, man. That's crazy.
You max out third skill and you straight go for the towers, and if any hero comes in your way, you just spit on them as well. So there's that. But I think Team Cancer, other than the joking element, I'm thinking that Team Cancer is really playing this one quite seriously now, because they've gone for a balanced pick. Jakiro has a beautiful AoE stun, the ice path, and he has very excellent team fight presence. Also, the extra Yules and force staff doesn't hurt. Not to forget the fact that he does have excellent pushing potential, also lined up with that macro fire. Basically, all his abilities are very well in sync with the team, and it's nothing risky. Like, if you're picking Jakiro in a captain's mode game, you're aiming for nothing but the most stable draft for your team. And after that, they have instantly gone for that clockwork pick, so we'll be looking at lots and lots of explosive action, because Team Cancer is definitely that kind of team that you see all around the map, and the clockwork is definitely going to be all over it with the cogs and the hook shots. As for Prime, they are once again going with the same composed playstyle. They've gone for a Lich pick, Earthshaker, pretty standard, nothing much, nothing that could reveal a lot of their strategies over here. So they are playing it quite safe, just like always.
Yep, I like what you mentioned about that kind of explosive gameplay and how it suits Clockwork. He gives you a lot of tools to counter that. I mean, if he's played a position 4, he gives you the domination of the mid lane, which means Jakiro can secure those side lanes much easier. On top of that, that advantage and vision that the Monkey King gave last game. However, this time you don't have a carry being your ward, but rather the Clockwork with his rocket flare, which is quite fantastic. In addition to some secure initiation and a great destabilizing team fight. People always forget about Clockwork's cogs as being a great tool in team fights to create one of those chaotic team fights, which suits Jakiro very well as you put people in difficult positions, but does not suit Earthshaker, his opponent, too well, as he is able to pull everyone apart and create 2 different team fights, which of course Earthshaker does not excel in. Lich does actually something similar with his Chain Frost, which is why he's been picked so often, and in this case he's going to be kind of the soft counter, in this case the Clockwork's playstyle. Prime NND going for 2 very secure lanes with the Lich, as you mentioned, very simple pick, does what he's supposed to do, wins you the lane almost always, and offers a bit of nuking power. Earthshaker with the team fight potential, most likely played in that position 3, I don't know, I said 5, giving you that extra team fight. And now Team Cancer again favoring that pudge, meaning the Clockwork will be going into the offlane, as the Prime NND says, we're going to show you how Monkey King is supposed to be played, Team Cancer.
And with that, I think with that pudge pick, Team Cancer are pretty sure what they want to do. And it's quite obvious, because once you have a pudge, Prime are obviously always going to be on the defensive side when it comes to Pudge's lane. Or if he's missing on the map, there's going to be lots of pinging, and they have just witnessed Team Cancer's playing style. So they have earned, I guess, considerable amount of respect for fear the butcher. And with that Monkey King, I'm guessing they could have had. If the Monkey King is going to be a core pick, I have no grudges with it. But if that's going to be a mid pick, which is quite unlikely, I think a Magnus would have been a very good option for them, because considering the amount of AoE team fights they have, and they could proceed to ban a Silencer or something like that and go ahead to pick a Magnus, which would have been resulted in an excellent combo, because as you noticed, Team Cancer always converges onto a single point on the map once any fight starts, so they could very well capitalize on that.
Oh, Interesting pickup now with the Invoker. Similar to what you were saying, they do concentrate 4 and usually 5 heroes, in this case 4, where the Invoker will be helping out with the Sunstrike. Does not seem to suit Team Cancer's lineup too well, as Invoker is one of those heroes that does take quite a long time to get online, and Clockwork Punch and Jakiro, I guess, are there to just secure Sunstrike kills in the early game. However, the Prime and indeed take advantage of this Invoker pick so intelligently, picking up an Anti-Mage, a pretty decent hero in the early game against the Invoker, comes online around the same time, Aghanim is minute 15 to 17, as long as the Invoker is decent. Anti-Mage, Battle Fury around minute 15, if you have an easy lane, with which you will have, as long as Lich is there. So it's going to be an Anti-Mage with Battle Fury versus Invoker with Axe. Which one has more impact? Probably the Anti-Mage, as he gets more and more items. He's also able to wreck your Jakiro, which is a relatively weak support to physical damage, low armor, high HP. Anti-Mage can deal with that very easily. And the Pudge is not particularly a good hero against him either, as even though he can dismember him and destroy him, Anti-Mage can kill him in just 4 or 5 hits with enough support from his team. So I really, again, like the Prime and ND's lineup. Maybe a bit more secure, maybe a bit safer, more cohesive. They know what they're going for. They have 3 heroes to secure your lanes and 1 hero that allows you to snowball out of control. Whereas Team Cancer, a bit more haphazard, a bit all over the place, trying to use the Sunstrike for effectivity, might not be as effective as they think. That ban of the Earth Spirit, very clever though, to stop the Invoker from getting destroyed in the mid lane.
What do you think about the lineup that they're going to play with Prime? Because initially it was going to be a Monkey King core, but now that they have an Anti-Mage, there's no doubt that the Anti-Mage is going to be safe lane. So an off-lane Monkey King is quite unlikely, or quite risky. So I don't think Prime runs those kinds of strats. So it could be a mid Monkey King or a support Monkey King, either of which are a bit questionable at this moment. Don't you agree?
So yeah, I think so. I mean, it could be a Monkey King, but I mean, I haven't seen the position 4 Monkey King be too effective, right? Well, it'd be too much lane control with him, with the Jingle Mastery and the Lich. I understand that they banned the Earth Spirit because it is more the concern that if he does go position 4, you do have a pretty weak combination of supports. It's not a bad idea. It's still a possibility. I think it might be a bit overkill considering what you want to get, because you do lose that ganking potential to the mid lane. Monkey King is not the best hero to gank Invoker, particularly, though he is a pretty easy gank. And even though you can fight Pudge head-on most of the time, that's pretty much all you can do. I would like to see the Earth Spirit more if that was the option, honestly. We'll see. We'll see what the Prime and ND decides to pick up. I mean, I don't think off position 4 Monkey King is bad anyway.
Radiant team pick.
And the bans are quite interesting. They have taken out the Venomancer almost instantly, Team Cancer. So that's quite a bit of an irony, because Venomancer is associated with cancer in some way. And then with that, I think they have, I think Prime, again, going out with their definite set of bans. They have actually taken out the Darkseer, which is kind of queer, because I never imagined that Team Cancer to be running those kinds of stats. But yes, a Darkseer could be damaging at this point, looking at their lineup. He could get all of those heroes in one place, and then, Jakiro and Clockwork could wreck me him. So it has been banned around that time only, the 4th ban. So there's that. And now we are waiting for the final pick from Prime, which would be making us crystal clear about the strats they are going to be running. And as of Team Cancer, the lanes are pretty evident. It's going to be mid Invoker, Pudge sub position 4. You have a Jakiro playing position 5 and a Clockwork who's going to be off-laning at position 3. So we are waiting for a carry pick from Team Cancer. That's going to be really hard against the Anti-Mage or Monkey King. And I'm guessing something that's kind of explosive and ranged. I would be expecting a range carry. Bounty Hunter, what do you have to comment about that?
I love it that they run the Monkey King mid and Bounty Hunter at position 4. You get a lot of vision, which allows you the Anti-Mage to farm much more freely. And more importantly, if Anti-Mage is forced to fight team fights, you not lose that much gold because that track. Now, another thing that Bounty Hunter does is, what is the most obvious pick here for Team Cancer? Sven, really. I mean, he's the obvious anti-mage counter, does not get too hard hit by anything else in the Prime and ND's lineup, even though Lich is pretty hard, especially once he gets his BKB. Bounty Hunter is another great tool on top of the Frost Armor to counter him completely by using that track. You also take the possibility of Troll Warlord away, as you can track him and prevent that Shadow Blade into Silver Edge, which is a common build on Troll Warlord to counter the Anti-Mage, or even the possibility of an Alchemist, which we have seen because of how strong he is against an Anti-Mage. So we're see we're gonna run a PA. Right. That was forced because of the Bounty Hunter. I think I was actually all right. I mean, she's okay. She's pretty good against what Prime and D has, but the Lich and Bounty can still deal a lot of damage to her.
And as soon as they picked their heroes, the first thing I saw was the amazing sets that they have, and That is going to occupy a majority of the attention of the game from my side at least. Hey, I cannot help noticing those good sets. Anyway, coming back to the game, we look at a Phantom Assassin pick, and just as you noticed, but don't you think that Phantom Assassin is kind of weak against the Earthshaker and the Lich, at least up till mid game before she has a BKB?
Agreed, 100%. Like, they could really easily burst her down, like we were mentioning. And it's not only them, the Boundless Strike is also technically True Strike. Once it hits you, it's not going to miss. So even though it's physical damage, it will also hit you pretty hard, and you're vulnerable to that as well if you have Jingle Mastery on. In addition to the Mana Void can be pretty effective if you're just around the Invoker, because it's just going to pop everyone around him. I do think they have a lot of ways to deal with his PA, especially because the track is also pretty crucial to stop her Stifling Dagger from being that effective of a slow. But she is a pretty low item hero. Like, you can go get this later in BKB and be pretty much set. That's a relatively low build-up from what most carries are, meaning you can give much more space to the Invoker, and the Stifling Dagger can combine well with the Sunstrike if you need it to. I see the point. It also counters Anti-Mage later on in the game. I don't think it's a bad pick. I think you were just kind of resorted into that. They were cornered in their draft. I'm again going to go for the Phantom League in terms of drafting power.
Yes, they did, in fact. And also, I would like to point out the fact that Phantom could get good kills if they are, caught out individually. Look at that almost immediate Sunstrike that Kaneki is throwing out on the enemy side. And there you go with the chat wheel spam. So, now, coming back to the game on a serious note, you could see that the Jakiro PA and Clock could scoop up a lot of kills, and that's going to guarantee your early game item. I'm even thinking that Phantom Assassin is going to rush that Desolator even before the lads. That might not be the best thing to do, but that is going to guarantee you early bursting down, especially against the Anti-Mage, because Anti-Mage is extremely weak against a PA early to mid game. Even late game, unless he goes for an MKB and unless, they are winning with someone else actually taking out the PA and the Anti-Mage focusing on other heroes. So Phantom Assassin has a very good potential to become actually overpowered. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's quite a lot of action going on.
I love how he's turning into a rune now. Yeah, they're hitting each other. Not sure what they want to do because the Pudge Rot is a bit too powerful to really hang in against. There's only 2 heroes, even with the Jingle Mastery there. The Bounty Hunter maybe trying to steal the rune. He's trying to scout out of anything here. Possible dust by Kaneki. He sees it and is like, okay, all right, we see a dust on the Pudge. There's no need to go anywhere near him. If they do try to go into our room, we can punish them anyway, so it's perfectly fine for us. And that's going to go for the safe game. In fact, they're actually going to rotate the Anti-Mage into the top lane together with Lich, thinking it's going to be an offensive trial in bottom, or dual lane at least. I think, because otherwise I don't know what you're... Or is it Anti-Mage mid? Yep, it seems like that's the choice. Anti-Mage mid versus that Invoker. I actually kind of like this. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, look at it, because you don't have much ganking potential against the mid laner, because Pudge is quite weak in the early game against an Anti-Mage, because he can just blink. And the Jakiro is not the best hero to gank the Anti-Mage either in the mid lane. You don't get harassment from the Invoker whatsoever. The Lich can help your mid lane much more than you can help the safe lane, because the range creep means much more in the mid lane due to the pushing potential the creeps naturally have. And you leave the Monkey King alone against the Clockwork, which is, it's like a theme park for Monkey King. It's like, woo, yeah, I can destroy this Clockwork and just send it to hell. No problem.
Look at the Invoker just trading hits with a Lich who has just consumed a Tango with an Iron Branch. So both of them are...
Lich?
Oh my god.
Thou art denied.
That was really good by the Anti-Mage. Decided to go right next to the Lich to divide the subtract damage. Anyway. Small things, small plays.
It's just so amazing that they've started off before even it hit the 1 minute mark. Look at the Jakiro already coming here and, messing things up for both the heroes.
Yeah, Jakiro actually decides to rotate mid because he's a better lane dominator than the Pudge is. Only issue is due to Jakiro's... he's not the best hero to dominate the mid lane because of his natural build-up. And the top lane, we now see the Pudge helping out with the Rot, seeing if they can get a kill onto the Earthshaker. No Stifling Dagger just yet. Barbie's going to be perfectly fine. So let's see if this Anti-Mage mid works out. They're going to go into Sour Rub now. Really, no Frostblast, but they do have Ice Armor. They should have chased him down. Too much mana, Invoker. And they get the first blood just with auto attacks. Wow, this punishes you for being intelligent. It's like a bully in school. Wow.
That was... meanwhile, top lane, we look at the Pudge getting ganked.
Yeah, it seems like they want to help out. Barbie still has that Fissure. And comes R7, has the Shadow Walk, she's able to get that kill. And just auto attacks, no need for use the Shadow Walk to kill off the Pudge. Thanos is actually stuck here thanks to the Fissure. And an easy kill that actually turns his top dual lane into a much more unsafe lane. Maybe forcing the Jakiro to rotate back top, and that's exactly what happens. which ensures that the anti-mage can now have a safe matchup against the Invoker once again in the mid lane. Goodbye mana, goodbye HP. Invoker is crying to his mom, hoping that anti-mage stops hitting him again.
And he's just dominating the lane.
Hits in the top lane, actually. Barbie fighting Kaneki. Now in comes the PA, tries to help in. Rot will destroy this Earthshaker. Let's see if Kaneki can get that denied. No need for it. And it's going to be R7 chase down. Still has the burning on him in the dust as well. In the mid lane, meanwhile, they do get a kill. Oh no, actually it was the Orb of Venom killed Kaneki. Oh wow, that's so unfortunate. Poor Pudge. I've never seen the Orb of Venom kill you before.
He's never having the best day of his life anyway.
No, that's true. He's died already twice. One time to an Orb of Venom because he tried to deny himself. That's why you don't try to deny yourself ever. Learn, guys. Better to just die with dignity. Now, OPA fighting against Earthshaker. Second enchant totem, and the creeps are going to finish off this mythical dragon as Barbie throws the GG branch.
Three range creeps actually meanwhile mid will.
Mid, yeah. So Rob, one last Frost Blast is going to ensure the death onto this poor man. As they kill the Invoker yet again. What's that? 2 times they kill this Invoker? Not bad for just an anti-mage mid. That's a lot of killing potential for being just an anti-mage, really. As in the bottom lane, they find R7. The Monkey King held from behind. Kills Kaneki first. R7 being chased with a battery assault. He's going to try to shadow walk himself away. No need for it as the dust is still on him. However, the poor Clockwork uses the cogs. Gets that kill because the Bounty Hunter was way too greedy. Guzman, you would have killed him anyway. Oh well. Good cogs play.
There's action all over the map, and it's just funny to watch actually. And they could support that Invoker at mid. If there's an aggressive blink by anti-mage, they could punish it, but he does have a poor man shield that's going to make him again once more he just blinks in and punishes Invoker for even existing in the lane. So there's that. And he's just trying to secure his farm right now, and if the anti-mage actually gets fat, we could be looking at a vanguard of the treads, and the anti-mage will be just all over the map. That's so far. Look at the Monkey King, he's actually diving in bottom lane.
And Invoker's also being chased in the mid lane. Cold Snap tries to use it. There, the branch try to get the vision off. Nope. As the Monkey King in the bottom lane fights against Clockwork. Monkey versus Robot. What wins? Apparently the Monkey, as Rusman about to get the last hit with only 150 HP left was enough to get that final kill onto the final hit onto the Clockwork. That's 2 more kills going the way of the Indonesian team again.
So Prime are actually clutching this quite easy, and now Cancer is really starting to sweat because they need to do something to stop this absolute ravaging that is going on. And there's another TP from the Invoker quite on the front line. He's going to get punished for it. 1 hit, not more. There's the Frost Blast as well. The Bounty Hunter is waiting. Oh, beautiful. Okay, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's really nice ice wall. Look at him. R7, careful. He can't go back into the ice wall, but he makes it out alive just because of his sheer HP. Good play by Sarab, but a little bit late on those rotations. And they'll be forced to use the Shrine. That means that all that they did right there was useless completely. They can just heal back up and go back at it again. What are they supposed to do? What's Cancer supposed to do right now to prevent this anti-mage from destroying you in lane? What do you think is the strategy?
I don't think there's anything they can do unless bring in more heroes than Prime is bringing in at mid. That is 2 at the moment. More like anti-mage plus 2. Exactly, because Invoker at this point has lost his lane, so there's no point in actually doing anything against the anti-mage who's going. Look at that, Pudge is getting harassed, and the anti-mage is going to join in as well.
Yeah. Fat little Pudge will serve for dinner, and that's the last Frost Blast to get the kill. They have his head on a platter, and that's going to be anti-mage taking the treads very soon. I don't actually think he needs to go for Vanguard. I think with how well he's doing, he can just go for Battle Fury straight up with, well, I mean, treads into Battle Fury straight up. Because you don't need to play aggressively when you're winning by this much. Anti-mage just benefit a bit more from an early Battle Fury. And he did go for the Ring of Health early just to get that healing up, and then turn that into Battle Fury. I don't think Vanguard's a bad idea, but why use it if you can win anyway, right? Just wait for the mid game and win there.
That could be a good point as well. But what I was thinking more on the lines of, you go for a Vanguard and then no one can kill you. Because looking at the lineup that Cancer has to offer, you have points in Spell Shield anyway. And obviously if you're mid, you're going to have lots of levels. So you will have at least 2 points in Spell Shield. So that's taking care of the Jakiro as well as, any magic damage that is coming anti-mage's way. And once you have that Vanguard, you enter God Mode space 1. So that's it. Meanwhile, they get a kill in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Monkey King dies as he's being ganked by the Clockwork. This happens sometimes. Monkey King sadly overextends, and now Barbie in the top lane finds the PA, Enchant Totem, still has a Soul Ring, but the Bounty Hunter joins in, gets the creep first. That was a greedy and unnecessary choice to go for the creep, man. Use Janata to kill. Oh, Echo's uncommitted. Never mind. Smash to the ground. Goodbye, PA's head, as they destroy her. And now in the mid lane, we see a bit of a rotation. Maybe NFR joining
Dire's top
in.
tower
Nope,
is
that's just
under
they're
attack.
gonna leave him alone. As Usman in the bottom lane does find OPA. Kalanyak also joining in, trying to get the hook shot in with the cogs as well. Nope, all this tried aggression. They keep trying to get those kills, try to balance out this game, but it's hard when you have such slippery heroes. However, Usman is playing maybe a bit too aggressively. Can they punish this with the hook? Maybe it's only level 2.
That's what they're going for. They're going for the Monkey King now, since all three
Denied.
Pudges come up bottom as well. Because they know that he's their customer of choice who overextends. Bounty Hunter is immediately teleported bottom.
Okay, R7, careful. I think they saw this. The hook won't find no one. R7 now gets vision, and FR's like, hey, let's fight this. Why not? I mean, I'm a lich. I'm literally god in the early game, and they find the Pudge. Pudge is alone. Clockwork versus Monkey King now. This time the battery assault might make it very difficult for Monkey King to get his Jingle Master. He gets it anyway with that Boundless Strike. Destroys the Pudge. Now the Clockwork, and now OPA is left alone. First with the broken heart. Might be a broken brain as well, as they fall through. They have the Frost Blast. OPA gets the dual breath, but no Ice Path yet available. Can they cancel this TP? The Boomerang's available, and OPA will be going down as the hook comes in. They find the Bounty Hunter. They will brought him down. Maybe it's not enough to kill him. As the Monkey King joins in, Sunstrike will hit Lich, just barely clipping him. That's going to be a dead Lich, but Monkey King will ensure the Pudge joins the Club of the Dead. And that's going to be a 3 for 2. Yeah, because Pudge died twice. 3 for 2 there. Or 3 for 1 there. Which benefits, again, the Prime and ND.
Top lane.
No, top lane. We're seeing Fissure. No, Thanos is going to be okay. They don't want to commit the Echo Slam again because they don't have it. 40 seconds still. They can crush the PA yet again. But the mid lane, we do see Panda taking a tower. When do you ever see an empty mage taking a tower so early, man? This is especially in the mid lane.
Dire's
Bottom
middle
lane
tower
once
has
again.
fallen.
Oh wait, Sarab in the mid lane also being harassed. The Mana Void available. Goodbye, Sarab. As in the bottom lane, like you mentioned, the Clockwork also goes down. Destruction everywhere. No lane is safe for this team. As they want to do the same in the top lane. They do have that Echo Slam in just 16 seconds. They're just waiting for that kill onto Thanos.
We need to open 3 channels for 3 different lanes, So you can just shift to the next caster channel and I'll take the bottom lane, thank you.
Welcome to Conquer
Dire's
Insignia
middle tower
bottom
is
lane
under
channel.
attack.
As we see Rusman finding Jakiro. Once by the Monkey. Enough to heal him back up almost completely. The face was activated. OPA, the Sunstrike baiting him out, but Rusman can heal back up entirely. As OPA... They're just going lane, trying to get a level 6, and maybe even push a tower. Look at the anti-mage, by the way. He's going for the Battle Fury straight up, and it seems like he's so close to it. Going to be a 12-minute Battle Fury, together with Treads and Poor Man's Shield. That is incredibly fast timing. And now the Pudge comes in. Hook, Rot. They do find the Bounty Hunter. Dust is up, but the track ensures he can run away. And the enemy just keep on farming this Pudge. Why are you so close to the enemy team? They can always punish you with the track. As Monkey King fights against the Clockwork yet again. The Pudge not being chased down. Kaneki out of mana. Frost Blast means no movement speed for him either. And the HP will be the last thing to go down as they finish him off. Meanwhile, Rusman cannot find the Clockwork as he hookshot himself to safety, but he's not going to be able to TP in time. The damage is enough. The Prime and ND get yet 2 more kills for their squad. And they want to get a third one. OPA, wrong side of the fissure. Are they going to commit anyway? Panda blinks in. The Ice Path finds them. But Barbie still committing to the skill. They dive the tower. OPA out of mana. And Mana Void will ensure to punch that. What? Why are you TPing Kaneki? This is not the time to TP. There's 4 heroes next to you. He's confident. He misses the hook. The Echo Slam finds him. Even the Chain Frost. But surprise PA attack from behind. The Sunstrike finds him. And the GG is called. As Cancer give up again on this game, saying it's enough. Indonesia, you have the win. 12 minutes in, and the Prime ND takes the final against Team Cancer.
And that left me quite surprised. That last push TP was quite funny actually. And 11 minutes and they actually called it. So that was a very, very quick game. And as you mentioned, they got actually crushed. And Prime NND is going to win the first prize, with congratulations for Cancer to come second.
Yep.
Thank you, Swordfish.
Well played.
We had a wonderful evening today.
Yeah, it was great, guys. Hope you enjoyed the cast and, of course, this beautiful tournament. I'll see you guys soon. I will be here. Zach7, the Swordfish for the Conquerors Insignia Mini Season 2 online qualifiers.
Okay,